Hello YouTube, Chris the Frugal Audiophile here with you with a little bit different of a video today. I want to talk about this new Apple lossless music, how to set it up, and what exactly it means for us as users. So to begin with, we're going to go to Settings here on my phone, and we're going to go down to General because we have to make sure that we are on the right software. And there you see it is 14.6 that you have to be on in order to get the Apple lossless features. So if you're not updated, be sure to do that. You can do that from here real easily. This is a fairly well-established version of iOS, so I wouldn't worry about updating. Shouldn't be risk there. And so then we're going to go back. We're going to go to our music settings, or down here just a little ways, and there's music on our phone in our settings. And you're going to see a section called Audio. This is a I don't know if it's new, but it's a redone section. And the first thing you're going to see is Dolby Atmos. And unless you have a Dolby Atmos compatible pair of headphones, I believe that the Apple AirPods Pro are, and maybe the other ones, what are the other ones called? They're bigger, AirPods Max. I think those two maybe. I know the AirPod Max are, but if you don't have those devices or something that is compatible, I would just leave it off and check your headphone specs for that to make sure that they are compatible if you want to leave it on or off. And so even if you do have a compatible set, I would put it on automatic. Otherwise, it's going to try to up-convert things. And I don't like up-conversion. Maybe you do, but I personally do not like the up-conversion. So that's Dolby Atmos. Most of us will probably be leaving that off, but if you do have something that is compatible, then you can turn it on. Okay, so then we're going to go here to lossless audio, audio quality up there at top. You can see it, and you see there's a switch to enable lossless audio. So you want to enable that. Even if you don't really care about lossless audio, I would go ahead and enable it, because down here you can set some behaviors for how you receive this lossless audio. And the first one we have is cellular downloads. And here you see I have mine set on high quality. This is a relatively small format, and so it's a standard AAC file that we've been using on Apple Music all along. So I go ahead and just leave that on there, because if you go to lossless, it's going to be about 5 to 7 times the size of the file. And so I would just, for cellular, I would go ahead and do it on this high quality setting here. Think of it this way. If you have 20 gigs of data, and I know that a lot of us have unlimited plans now. However, at flick that away, at about 20 gigs, they start to throttle our speed. So let's say you have an unlimited plan, but at 20 gigs, they start to throttle. So that is about 66 hours of lossless audio. Okay, so 66 hours of lossless audio. That is if they're about 5 megabytes per minute. Okay, and so if you don't plan to listen to much more than that on your plan, maybe let's say you're going to listen to 30 hours. Let's say, about an hour a day, maybe on your commute or while you're walking to and from to school, something like that. So you can do about an hour a day. So you could go ahead and use this higher quality one here. But that's going to use up about 10 gigs of data throughout the month. So that's something that you have to think about. I don't listen on cellular that much, but I just left it on high quality there just in case. All right, so let's go back and let's look at Wi-Fi downloads. Now, this is where you want to set things to lossless. And I would recommend lossless, not high resolution lossless, because most of us are not going to have a DAC that can handle 24/192. All right, and so I just leave it on lossless unless you have a fancy DAC that connects to your smartphone via Lightning, or if you have an Android phone, you can do it through USB-C, because this feature is coming to Android phones as well. But if you have a better quality DAC, then you can go ahead and do that. Now, if you are using the Lightning to USB adapter with like a Dragonfly, for example, none of those Dragonflies are compatible with 24/192. So that's something to keep in mind there. And that's a $300 DAC. So unless you have the gear, just set it to lossless. This is going to be a very nice high resolution file and serve you quite well. That's where I would set it. And then finally, we have downloads. And so I don't download a lot. And so I have mine set to the lossless again, because I don't have gear that can do the 24 192. And so 2448 is going to be just fine for me. By the way, the 24 bits is the dynamic range. And so that is how quiet to how loud things get. The 48 kilohertz is going to be the frequency range. It has more to do with how high things go. Really, once you get past the 48 kilohertz compression format here, humans can't hear it. They say that there are some cognitive processes that can sense the higher resolution, but really we cannot hear it. So 48 is almost as high as we need. Certainly 96 would be, but that's what the bitrate and the kilohertz is there. It doesn't have to do with the file compression and the removal of data. Well, it does, but it's different than the AAC 256 kilobits up there. That's a different parameter of file compression there. That's the removal of information from the file to compress it. But these are removal of dynamic range. And then the second one, the kilohertz, is the removal of frequency response. Okay? So all that to say, for most of us, 2448 is going to be all that we need. And it's probably all that our gear can handle. So I would leave it there for your downloads. Also, as I said, your file sizes are going to be 5 times as large. Okay, so let's say that you wanted to put 1,000 songs on your phone. That was the old standard. Back in the day, it was 1,000 songs in your pocket with the original iPad commercial because it was a 5 gig device. Well, now with this lossless, that's going to take up 20 gigs. So if you have that to spare on your phone, you can go ahead and do that. But if not, I would recommend that you go up here to higher quality and use that instead. It's still a good sounding file, and if you're using Bluetooth, you're not going to hear this lossless format anyway, because there's compression unless you have a Bluetooth device that is capable of ALAC, or the Apple Lossless Audio format. I'm not sure if those are available on the market yet, but if you are using Bluetooth, I would just use high quality for everything. If that's all you ever use on your phone, because it's not going to make a difference anyway. But I have a USB to Lightning headphone amplifier I use on this phone, so I'm going to keep it on lossless here and go ahead and do that, because I don't put 1,000 songs on here. I think I might have like 500 or 600 at the most, so I'm not worried about it. But just keep that in mind when you use this downloading format. So that is a discussion of this new Apple lossless music format. This is exciting news. It's awesome that it is included free with your Apple Music subscription. We will see how many songs are available and how good the quality actually is as we go forward with this. It's brand new, but I'm excited for it and to be able to have it in, and at least it was added in for free. So I thank you so much for watching this. If you like this kind of content, please check out my Patreon and buy me a cup of coffee. And remember, frugal doesn't necessarily mean cheap.